Years of unrest. The first 4 years of the Weimar Republic, 1919 to 1923, were dominated by political, social and economic unrest. It created hardship for the German people and fueled criticism of Eadbert's government. There was widespread discontent in Germany. By 1919, thousands of Germans were poor and starving. An influenza epidemic had killed thousands. Many Germans denied they had lost the war and blamed the November criminals who had agreed to the armistice and the Treaty of Versailles. The others who were blamed for losing the war included the communists and the Jews. The government was seen as weak and ineffective. The Treaty of Versailles made living conditions worse. Soon there were riots and rebellions. The government faced threats from left-wing and right-wing political groups. The extreme left wanted a revolution. In January 1919, communists led by Karl Liebknecht and Rosa Luxemburg tried to take over Berlin. They took control of important buildings like newspaper headquarters, and 50,000 workers went on strike in support of the left-wing revolution. This became known as the Spartacist Revolt. Eadbert asked for help from the right-wing Freikorps, or ex-German soldiers, to stop the rebellion. Over 100 workers were killed. The Freikorps' use of violence caused a split on the left between the Social Democratic Party and the Communists. The right also rebelled against the Weimar government. In March 1920, some of the Freikorps themselves took part in the Kapp Putsch. A putsch means a revolt, led by Wolfgang Kapp. They wanted to create a new right-wing government. The Freikorps marched onto Berlin to overthrow the Weimar regime, but German workers opposed the putsch and staged a general strike. Berlin was paralysed and Kapp was forced to give up. Even after the putsch failed, threats to the government still remained. In 1922, some former Freikorps members assassinated Walter Rathenau. He had been the forest minister and he was Jewish. As Germany's economic problems got worse after the war, anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish views or feelings increased. In 1923, Germany couldn't pay its reparations. By 1923, Germany could no longer meet the reparation payments set out in the Treaty of Versailles. France and Belgium decided to take Germany's resources instead, so they occupied the Ruhr, the richest industrial part of Germany. This gave them access to Germany's iron and coal reserves. The occupation led to fury in Germany and caused a huge strike in the Ruhr. German industry was devastated once again. Germany tried to solve her debt problem by printing more money, and this plunged the economy into hyperinflation. Hyperinflation happens when production cannot keep up with the amount of money in circulation, so the money keeps losing its value and the price of goods increases. In 1918, an egg cost a quarter of a mark. By November 1923, it cost 80 million marks. Some of the consequences of hyperinflation were that Germany's currency became worthless. Nobody wanted to trade with Germany, so shortages in food and goods got worse. Bank savings became worthless, and the hardest hit were the middle class. By 1923, even basic necessities were hard to get hold of. The German people were undergoing immense hardship, which they'd now come to associate with the rise of the Weimar Republic.